Area E, Area F, and Nelson. We have a public budget meeting on tomorrow night, Tuesday, February 26th, 6 o'clock at the Prestige. It is very important that the public attend these meetings as your property taxes are about to be determined as a result of your interaction. Currently at the moment, Area E's taxation is going to be going up 11.9%. Area F is 11.5%. And Nelson, just for the regional district portion, not the municipality, will be increasing 9.4%. Some of the things that we have highlighted in specifics to Area E and F, let me just come down, is we are paying a significant portion to the rec center. Let me see, almost E and F are paying $1.4 million towards the rec center, where Nelson is only paying $2.6 million, even though they have triple the assessed value. We have assessments in Area E have increased by 12%. So we're went from 168 million up to 176 million. Area F went up 11.5%. So they went from 155 million up to 161 million. And Nelson's assessments went from 429 million up to 450 million. We have areas that E and F are sort of paying, it seems like we're sort of buddied up together. For some reason, we're the only two regions that are paying for two transit expenses. And this is totaling almost $700,000. The transit costs went up 26% this year for us and will be going up another 26% next year. We have issues where the majority of the transit use seems to be with students going to Selkirk College who are not actually paying their share of the costs. So this has been downloaded to us. Animal control between Area E and F is costing us $40,000. And fire protection is considerable. So it's gone up 11%. It went from 1.88 million, it's up to 2.1 million. And Blewett area is paying the most. We have gone up 21% from 237,000 to 317,000. Balfour Harrop only went up 50,000 and Beasley went up 4,000. Our costs for the rec center for Blewett is 429,000. And our parks for Nelson Salmo areas E, F, and G are 1.2 million, forecasted to increase 23% in 2026. So those are some of the areas where we are experiencing huge increases. So that's fire service, parks, recreation. And so at this point in time, for Area E, Harrop Proctor does not pay into the Nelson Rec Center, and Blewett pays a very large portion. Now, Harrop Proctor have been protected because Cheryl Graham has been able to ensure that their request to not participate is protected. But if there is another director that comes into the next election, there is significant pressure from the city of Nelson that Harrop Proctor starts paying into this service. Blewett has been asking for a referendum on this because we would like to have this decision updated by residents. The last referendum that occurred on this was 2003. And at that time, residents were told that it would only cost them $100 a year for this service. For me, last year, I was paying $1,000 for this service. So we have been asking for a referendum on this for all of Area E so that we can get an updated opinion on if the residents of Area E want to continue paying into this service. However, whenever we ask about getting a referendum, we get blocked. It's okay if the regional district wants to suggest we do referendums. So Area F had to go through a process last year where they had to vote on if they were going to contribute to organic materials being picked up. And that was actually defeated. West Creston as well, RDCK wanted them to get a loan so that they could build a new fire hall. That again was defeated by the residents. But when the residents are asking for a referendum, all of a sudden they don't know how that process works. So what else can I tell you? There is, it was hard getting the information out of the regional district in terms of the actual reserve amounts that they have. There is over $10 million in community works grants that has not been spent. And then we have in reserves in our parks, we have 200,000 in our parks, and North Shore Fire Reserve, that's North Shore Fire Hall, has 1.1 million in reserves, which is considerably higher than any of the other fire halls. So what we also have, we noticed in a utilities construction expense that was totally shut down, there is $71,000 sitting in that has never been utilized. So what we have is directors voting for increase of taxation while there is still money that is available within reserves that could be reallocated. What we are noticing is there doesn't seem to be much will to figure out ways to reduce our taxes. And so this is why we are requesting the public to show up at this meeting. All right. Okay. Hope that helps. Let us know if there's any other questions.